So we've been doing work with the American Cancer Society for a very long time. But it got real for us in 2016. And the connections that we had to some doctors through the American Cancer Society made it easy. So what I want to do right now is proudly introduce the woman who's the star of my show at home, and most definitely is my life's inspiration, and is for certain the strongest woman I know, and breast cancer survivor, Angela Lane.
You guys are too kind. Thank you. I'm trying to get through this without crying. So thank you so much for your kindness, and thank you all for being here to support the American Cancer Society and the work that they do. Y'all look so fabulous tonight. Is it so nice that you get to come and put on your country duds and have so much fun for such a great cause? Yeah, good times. Unfortunately, we're here because of a word that I don't like to hear. Cancer. It's awful. It takes far too many people that mean way too much. And I think that you all are here because you have been impacted by cancer in some way. And probably, I would think just about everybody here has probably had a direct connection to someone. So thank you for that. Thank you. My connection unfortunately began at a super young age. I had a grandmother I was not going to be emotional. Thank you. I used to love, as a young girl, going to the farm in Ladora, Iowa, of all places. And my grandmother, Dorothy, was an unbelievable woman. She ran this farm. She had just unbelievable garden. She was teaching me so many awesome skills, and I just used to love hanging out with her so much. And I was 7, so your parents don't really tell you too much about what's going on. All I knew is that the visits changed and that my grandma was sick. And there was a time we went to a hospital, and I remember sitting in a really cold, scary hallway, and I couldn't see her. No one would let me see her. I knew she was there somewhere. But the impact that had on me was so profound. And the day I heard that she was gone, I remember just crying for so long. And it stayed with me for decades, just that loss. I didn't have her to teach me how to sew and can peas and all of those things that remarkable woman would have taught me how to do. Fast forward to Dave and Mary Hoxing bringing us to this amazing community to be with Cat Country and embracing this wonderful community and all that you guys do to help everyone. My first friend was Wendy Summers, who is a founding member of the crew de Yayas. And she introduced me to the Yayas, and I became a member and began to myself help to make a difference to eradicate breast cancer. So I spent years just getting more and more involved. I started volunteering directly with the American Cancer Society, becoming, working a collateral committee and being a sponsor chair, and really just trying to do anything that I could to help, because there's so much work to be done. It's such a mission. So, we began Team Catitude, and each year we have just watched it phenomenally grow, and we have more and more members, and we raise more and more awareness every year for the breast cancer walk. And 2 years ago, this month, they had asked me to speak about being a team leader. And I talked, and I told them what it meant to be a team leader and tried to inspire others to get involved and volunteer as well. All the while not knowing, inside my very body at that time was cancer. It wouldn't be until the month following that I had my just regular checkup, just doing what I was supposed to do, doing what I was telling others to be sure they did, and take care of themselves and go to those appointments. And the day after I had my mammogram, they called me while I was just minding my own business at my desk and said, hey, we need to come back, you need to come back in, we need a better look. And I remember just at that very moment, it was like everything came full circle. Like I knew exactly what I was supposed to do. I didn't feel fear, I wasn't scared. It's almost as though my whole life had prepared me for that. And I knew that I was gonna get used to help others. Didn't know how it was gonna go. I hoped it was gonna be good, but I didn't know. So that evening, actually, Brent and I were on our way home from the Panhandle Charitable Open, and I told him that I'd been thinking about it through the day, and that I really wanted to make a very public, I wanted to share with the public and the community everything that we went through. I wanted to try to inspire others not to be scared, not to be afraid, and to face what they have head on with dignity and grace. I was determined not to let it impact the lives of my family. So we decided then that we would be very vocal and very public about it and share all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I did keep it from my family that weekend. I spent the whole weekend at the Seafood Festival hanging out with our oldest daughter. It was my birthday weekend. And she didn't have any idea that Mom even knew something was wrong. But that Monday, on my birthday, I had an ultrasound, and sure enough, they sat me down and they found something. So the next week, they brought me back, and sure enough, the biopsy showed it was cancer. So then it's a breast MRI, and they realize, hey, there's not just two tumors, but there's 4. So we decided to go ahead and just do the full mastectomy and treat it head on and see where it went. So I have 5 surgeries down the way. Obviously, a couple years have passed, and everything is going really well. I take a daily tamoxifen along with about 14 other supplements just to keep everything moving and grooving, keep my joints from hurting and stuff. But I tell you all of this because it's so important that you are even here, that you're supporting this, because the American Cancer Society does such great work. When you have questions, when you need answers, the website is a wealth of information, just right there. Treatment and prognoses and direction, and what they do is amazing. They give rides to people who need treatment. They help caregivers. It's amazing. You may not even know that our local office here of the American Cancer Society over on Corporate Woods Drive has a whole office that for a woman who recently is diagnosed and she knows she's going to be going through chemo and losing her hair, they have wigs and scarves that they provide along with a lot of really great hugs. So the American Cancer Society is unbelievable, and it couldn't be done without your support. So I thank you very much.
What Angela didn't necessarily say is that there are more friends that come out of this organization that we know in this room, and we're very grateful for you. And I get calls on our show probably once a month to have somebody ask for her number so that they can call because they've just been diagnosed. And for me and for Angela, that is one of the coolest things ever, is to have the support through the American Cancer Society that we can be a support to someone else who's about to start. So you're a rock star, and I love you, and I'm not afraid to share it. Thank you, baby.